morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we are out for another session. We're back out here at Winter Strand. Came back to look for some bluefish and some cracker, so that's what we're gonna try for today. Thank you guys again so much for liking our last upload that we did with the bluefish as well that we caught. It was quite nice, and I'm sure you enjoyed that. As you can see, Keeks is just busy in the background there.
Morning, everyone.
And yeah, we're getting ready to go down. The wind is up a little bit. We got a westerly wind. We're down towards the bottom, towards the river mouth side. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Hoping to bring you some action from here. And yeah, guys, so don't forget again to like, subscribe, and switch on that bell notification as well, so you can be informed whenever we upload a video. And keep on following us, guys. We appreciate the support, and we appreciate all your comments as well. So stay tuned and follow us for this bluefish and mussel cracker adventure. We're hoping to get some fish. So yeah, thanks again, guys. See you later.
Cheers.
Here we go, guys. So we have some breakfast for the morning before we hit the rocks. We got some jalapeno and cheese puffs, and we have some chicken samosas, and we have a lovely jalapeno dip by Sauce Lab. So that's our breakfast for the morning before we head down and find some fish. Alright, guys, so I'm putting together my bluefish trays. So for the hook snoot, I'm using a 17.5 kg nylon with the anti-tangle sleeve and a little float doubled up towards the hook end. So this is a 1/0. This is a 1/0 hook. Normal 1/0 hook. So I'm using two of those on two 3-way swivels. That's just two hooks on two 3-way swivels. And for my sinker line, I'll be using normal 10 kg line, which is quite light. So if we do get tied up in the bricks, then we're able to break off easily. And I'm going with the normal 3-ounce grapnel. That's just to stop the movement of the sinker too much, because we do have a side wash here as well. So there's definitely a side wash that's coming on, and this should keep the bait relatively in the same place and not too much movement. So yeah, so I'm going to put this together and then continue. So yeah, so maybe you want to stay tuned and watch this bluefish trace come together. So between the two swivels, I normally like to leave about maybe close to about 40 centimeters of line. So I try to keep that diameters more or less the same, because in case you do get hooked up into some other fish that normally feeds with the bluefish, and that's normally your mussel cracker and so forth, then at least you have a little bit of a thicker line to support with that. So straightforward figure of 8. Wet the knot a little, up and slide over, pull the tag in tight, and then just trim it off. So when I'm attaching my sinker line through, I like to use a little piece of Dacron through the neck of the sinker, because sometimes when your sinker hits the bottom and your line's tied up here on this edge, then it tends to snap off quite quick. So just give it a normal granny knot, straightforward granny knot, and then just pull the tag ends nice and tight. It doesn't loosen, and then you can give it a quick trim so it looks a bit neat. Don't leave your mess on the beaches, guys. Just pick up after yourself. I think it's quite important as well for us to keep the beaches nice and clean. And then yeah, I just put the normal 10 kg this is a 10 kg sinker line, so it's quite light. So normally for this type of fish, we are fishing in rocky areas, so you don't want to get used too thick of a sinker line and then you get snagged up. So around about 30 centimeters should be enough, and then you can attach that to any one of your 3-way swivels. So I'm using a 3-way swivel for this, not a normal 2. And then again, when it comes to the knots, guys, my preference is a figure of 8, but I'm sure each one of you have your own preferences with the types of knots that you use. So figure of 8 works well for me, and I enjoy using that. So yeah, so that's the sinker attached, and then I would go for the hook snoot now. And the hook snoot you can adjust accordingly. So I generally like to leave my bottom hook snoot slightly longer than my sinker line. That's for me, generally I like to do that. So I make this at home, guys, and I keep them in a trace pouch, so that on the beach you don't have to be tying up and still putting your line together. It just makes it a bit more easier. So I make them up already pre-made and keep them in my box. So yeah, and then once you've done that and you attached the trace line, then you can just push the anti-tangle over the knot. Just push it over the swivel head. Then you can see the anti-tangle piece is there, supports it as well. Gives you that outward movement so it doesn't tangle up, and I think that's an idea of it. That's why it's called an anti-tangle. And then my top hook, I like to fish with 2 hooks, and as you can see with the size that I've made, my bottom hook just below the swivel. Okay. Set the figure of 8 knot up nicely, lubricate the knot, and just pull onto the tag end, make sure the knot sets properly, trim it off, and then again you can put your anti-tangle sleeve over. anti-tangle sleeve over, and then that's my trace already ready, and then I'm going to join it up to my main line. So this is my main for my leader. So that's the trace going onto the leader line. Again, pull the tag end as well. Make sure it's nice and tight and the knot's secure. Just make sure that your anti-tangle sleeve is nicely over the swivel barrel. Okay, so that's my Bluefish trace ready. I'll show you what it looks like now in a second. Okay, so I hope you can see this, guys. So that's the 8-feet Bluefish rig that I just put together. Let's see if I can get a better angle for you. So that's what it looks like. So let's get a bait onto it. Okay guys, so we are using pink prawn today as bait. That's the preferred choice for us. It's a bit hard, so I haven't defrosted them. They just came out the cooler, but they are getting soft. So just remove the shells, clean them up a bit. You have no hard pieces around, and then I generally like to cut the prawn a little bit in the middle, similar to how you would devein them, and then by hooking like that. A little bit on the side, and then give it a cotton. Now lots of people like to use rock bait, some of the natural stuff that's around, and if you can get them, make sure you just cut them on the rocks and don't harvest the entire pod out, because you would like it to grow again. So just take what you need. So yeah, so for us generally pink prawn, and that's how I like to do my prawn bait for bluefish. So that's one on the top hook, and then do the same for the bottom. Then again, give it a slit through the middle. Just makes the bait look nicer and more presentable in the water. Same thing again. I like to put the hook out the side, the hook through with the line. Cotton. You don't want to use too much of cotton because you want it to look as natural as possible as well. So try and use light cotton as well, not too heavy. So you want a bit of a light cotton, not too heavy cotton. I'm using the normal medium latex cotton. So yeah, that's the That's my bluefish prawn double hook trace with bait. Maybe he came forward.
Yeah.
Maybe he came forward. Still on. Off.
Taking a bit more.
Did you spook that shoal?
I think so.
Okay, let's try again.
Let's try.
Okay guys, so we're not getting any joy where we are here, so we're going to head off to another spot just a couple of 100 meters away and try there. Okay guys, so we were out there at the point and now we changed spots a couple 100 meters away. Water looks quite good here, so not that much of a side wash, so let's try and see if there's something that we could get onto. And then Yogs is here as well. He came out to join us, so yeah, a couple more guys with us. On Dad. There we go. On Dad. There's a nice on here. Just trying to get him around the rock here.
Got it. Got it. Nice one.
Here we go guys. It's a nice blue here. Lovely bluefish. Let's keep him in the pond. Nice blue here guys. There's another on dead here. Oh,
Hey. Oh.
what do they call this? What do they call this? Yes. There's a different species here guys. If you know what this is, give us a comment. Here's another on here, Dad.
Catch you on there again.
There's another on here,
yes.
Dad.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
There's another on here, Dad.
Nice one, Mama.
That's a nice on. It's quite a nice size blue. Let's get into the pond and then let's see. Here we go, guys. That's a lovely bluefish. Let's put it into the pond and let's see. We'll try for another one. Here we go. There's a proper on dead here, guys. Look at this.
Done,
Look
yo.
at this.
Well done.
That's a on dead. Look at how nicely set that hook is. Nicely done, Yogs. Look at that. That's a proper on dead, guys. Proper one. There's another on dead here, guys. Okay.
Came off.
Okay. Yeah, he came off, guys, right here in the front. So unfortunate. Here we go, guys. There's Yogs with a nice on there. Nice on there.
Nice yokes.
Action-packed day, guys. Action-packed. The tide has turned and it's playing in our favor. And there's Yogs on with a nice fish. Look at that rod bending, guys. Look at that rod bending.
Yes, man.
Here we go.
Well done, Yogs.
That thing is so big. He's even battling to get it over the cracks in the rocks. He has to go down to fetch it. Nicely done.
Yo.
What a bus.
Well done, yokes.
Nicely, Yogs. Well done, they're dead. Just look at this guy. Look at the size of this. Okay guys, so that brings us to the end of our bluefish session. So yeah, it's quite late. The rain's starting to come down and we decided to call it afternoon. We had some nice catches. I hope you enjoyed that action. And yeah, so we were back at Winterstrand. We enjoyed the day.
100%.
It was a good day.
Lovely weather.
Lovely weather, nice company. Yeah, so until next time guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow us for more of these beautiful adventures that we're always embarking on. And thanks again for commenting. We appreciate you and we appreciate the comments. So stay tuned. Until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we're going to be using pink prawn as our bait for today. So yeah, so just get the prawns a little bit for my sinker line. I'll be using normal 10 kg line, which is quite light. So if we